Alright guys, back again with another video today, and we're talking about Candyman Farewell to the Flesh Neca Action figure. And this would be the second movie in the franchise. The original, I think there's original 3 movies altogether. The first one was in '92. I don't know if NECA, I'm assuming NECA probably made a figure of the original Candyman. This figure apparently came out in 2019. I just got my hands on it. So it took me a few extra years there. But it looks really cool, man. When I first seen the little picture of this on the website, I got it on Entertainment Earth. But I just seeing the bees on that second head sculpt, and then you have the rotting torso body, and just the pictures look so cool, man. Of course, you got the hook with the hand there and everything else, and just loving it. Loving it. That's one of my favorite scary scenes from the Candyman franchise, where the bees are coming out of his mouth and his body, and it's all nasty. So, yeah. So anyways, really cool looking figure. It does have some, the cloth robe, or whatever you want to call it, he's wearing there. And I'll take this out of the package in a minute, but we're going to look at the box here. But on the back, it just has a little description. Has a little... If you want to read that right there, little backstory, and then down here, of course, it just tells you NECA, real toys, different information that nobody really cares about, but respect to the artist and the designers and everything else. So there we go. So I'll take this thing out of the box, and we'll get into it and look at them a little bit closer. It's not a window packaging, which is what I normally like with my NECA figures. If you know, I don't know why this one didn't come in like the window box. It's more of just this plastic thing, which you kind of have to hang it up, because it does have the thing to hang it up on your wall, or you know, whatever you use, some kind of shelf. But unfortunately, I don't do that. So he's going to be coming out of the box and on display, and you know, let's see what he looks like. Alright guys, so here he is out of the packaging, looking pretty cool, I have to say. There is a few things getting closer looks here. We'll say, like, looking at his face here. I mean, we got Tony Todd here. It looks like the guy for the most part, but there is definitely a few issues I have with just looking at the face. There seems to be like not a lack of shading, especially around the eyes. So like, let's look at the figure model they have going on here. As soon as I can get this, there we go. But this is the figure itself that they modeled and took pictures of. This isn't from the movie. This is the actual figure that you're getting here, and you look at it and you can see the darkness around the eyes, around the mouth. I mean, it's not just shadow going on there. That's actually on the figure. But when you get the figure, as you can see here, there's not a whole lot of shading, no dark around the eyes, very little going on there. And I feel like there needs to be something around his eyes to make it look more like Tony Todd's character here. The Candyman, it just looks too plain to me. I like the head sculpt, but there's definitely needing to be some shading, some eyeshadow going on, something. It just doesn't... I just feel like this looks like on the model on the board that you get looks just like Tony Todd. You know, just like the actor, I think. But what you're getting, well, at least the figure that I got, is definitely lacking some shading when it comes to that. The rest of them looks pretty okay. You know, he has his glove here. You know, you don't get like an alternate hand or anything. It's just you get the glove here. And then over here you got the hook. You can't really do any articulation really much. You can, you know, move the wrist and the arm a little bit and twist it around and all that. But with this robe on, yeah, you're not really able to move. I can't move this arm up past that. So you're going to have to take this off. Most likely. It might be difficult even trying to get the coat off, just because the arm, you can't move it. You can't move it up. But yeah, getting this off and then having to try to maneuver his arms and stuff. I don't know. As far as the articulation, it doesn't seem to be very good. I will take his coat off. But like, as far as his legs, you know, there's not much with the ankle here either. You can't move it. You can't move the foot up or down. You can't really move, you can't really twist it. It moves the whole leg when you twist it. You can twist the whole leg around. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of articulation with this guy. There's nothing in the it feels like there should be something in the knee, but there's really nothing there. There's nothing really in the knee either. Yeah, it feels like there's something, but there's no bend. You know, he's wearing clothes here too, but I don't think that's the problem. You can't really, his legs go out about that far with the clothing on. If we didn't rip his pants or something, not much going on. You can bend his waist about like that. There's a little bend there, little twist. So yeah, this is not, if you're thinking this figure's for articulation and you're going to be able to get him in some dynamic poses or something, this is definitely not the figure for you. Because I honestly don't know how to feel about it. But I'll end up taking his coat off and then checking out his arms a little bit more. But I don't think, like, it doesn't feel like there's much going on there. There's not much going on with the legs. Like I said, this fabric does get in the way. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, how many poses do you really need with this guy? But yeah, who knows? I'm gonna have to say I'm not a big fan of the articulation for sure. The head sculpt, this one at least, is not my favorite for sure. The other one I'm probably would rather have him probably put this on him. It's not really having much going on around the eyes either. I feel like they're missing out on some shading or something with the eyes, guys. But like the bees on the face coming out the mouth, that's a really cool image. Instead of pose him, if I knock him over here, pose him with that, that might be better. I just feel like there's needs some kind of detail in the face to, you know, especially around the eyes, because that's when I think of Tony Todd. I think of them like piercing eyes. There's you know, you got the shadowy eyes. It just seems it just seems more darker of a character, and I don't know. But there's the head sculpt, guys. The second one, that's the one I like better. But even the skin tones, I don't know, look a little off. So I don't know. That's just how I feel, I guess, with this, guys. And then here's the rotting torso. It looks like you just kind of connected onto his chest. And there you go. So I'll try to take some pictures with this stuff and see what we got. But yeah, like I said, I really do like this is real smooth fabric. The coat's really nice. The the hook hand, it kind of feels cheap. Like I feel like they could have made like a metal, like it looked more metallic, kind of like metal, or made it in better material. It's just, it feels like a very thin, cheap plastic. So, you know, I don't get a good look at that hook there. I mean, it looks alright. They got the blood on there and everything, but I don't know, just even like if we can get a little blurry going on here. I don't know, I just feel like the hook hand could have been in better, done a little bit better. I feel like it was a little cheap. And like I said, the glove over here, you don't have any alternate hands or anything. This is the only, you know, you're only getting this hand, not a lot of articulation. You know, I wanted to love this figure, but this is probably one I would have just kept in the box because the appearance in the box looks nice. You take it out, I noticed more with like the details in the face and stuff. They could have done some shadowing. That's my biggest issue. That's why I keep bringing it up. The hook kind of seems cheap. You don't have any alternative hands, any alternates or anything that came with it. You just had the extra head sculpt and that. You know, I have nothing to complain about the outfit. You know, the shoes, whatever. The outfit and everything seems fine. You know, I'm not gonna make a big fuss about that. I do like this fabric. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Like I said, I wanted to love this figure, but I feel like they missed out on details. I feel like the actual photo, you know, in the box here, like even looking at that head sculpt with the bees coming out of the mouth, right? You see the eyes have a little bit on the eyelids. I don't even see, I feel like there's no shadowing or no no, I don't know. They need to do something with his eyes, man. can't portray Tony Todd without doing something with his eyes. I mean, that photo down there, even, it's just, I don't know, something weird with it. So that's my gripe. No alternative hands. The hook kind of looks cheap. The hook looks better in the picture. The head looks better in the picture. Where the hell is this figure at? This is the figure I wanted. The one I got, I feel like it's missing. It's like it's not completed. They didn't, fine tune the details. I don't know. That's just how I feel, guys. Would I recommend you get this? I would say wait until a better one comes out, honestly. I'm not saying this is bad. I mean, if you're okay with this, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible figure. The articulation sucks. You're not going to get any articulation. You're not going to get very many posings with just one hand and that generic looking kind of hook. I know it sounds terrible, but they don't seem like they make a lot of Candyman figures. I know I have a Todd McFarlane one that's from Candyman 3, Movie Maniacs. That one looks pretty cool. It might actually look more like, I should have took it out for the review here and compared, but it might actually look more like him in the face. Because when you see this in the box, I was thinking, okay, you get out of the packaging, you're going to see more of those details. And I really didn't get that. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm going to have to give it like a 3.5 out of 5, 3.5. I wanted to give it like a 4 or 4.5 because I was really liking this figure the way it looked in the box and the pictures I was seeing, but I just feel like the articulation's not there. The hook kind of seems cheap. The one hand, not a fan. The shadowing, the missed opportunities to put a little bit more detail in the face. Yeah, you got no articulation. All right. Well, anyways, guys, that's enough about this. I'll take a few photos with his alternate torso and maybe hopefully be able to get this jacket off. We'll see.